Good morning. Today we're at the Concordia Visual Arts Building, and I'm here with the artist and educator, Melissa Aytenfisu. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Congratulations on all your work.
Thank you.
So talk to us about the different styles of work you do.
My styles are pretty varied, and I'm still exploring different themes in fine arts. But here you have some oil paintings. You have some charcoal black and white. You have digital print media, which is a new style that I'm learning. And some mixed media of different styles together.
And how did you get into this?
I got into art, I've always been drawing. My mom says since I was a little baby at like 9 months old. But my dream was to play sports and do athletics. Then as I grew older, I just kept gravitating towards doing fine arts. Like I remember being on the school basketball team, and then after basketball practice, I would go to the visual arts room and practice my paintings and do my drawings. So it's always been in me, and then it's only probably after I started teaching high school that I started spending more and more time focusing on visual arts.
And what inspires you for your drawings?
I'm very much inspired by people doing sports, by people dancing, being active, also by landscapes. I'm very much influenced by the world around me. Like, I would say that artists, something that we do is we reflect back what we see in the world happening around us through our medium.
And are there certain colors that are more attractive for you to use?
Yes, I definitely love vibrant colors. I definitely put a lot of different colors into my artwork, and that's something that I've been very fearless with, is colors. I really like mixing colors, mixing in darks with lights, and using a lot of contrast to highlight different areas. Light is something that plays a big part in my artwork, and to capture a lot of light, it's important to be able to balance colors.
And also, you used to also teach, right?
I did. I was teaching high school full-time for 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what do you see yourself in a couple of years in terms of being part of the art world?
I would like to be involved in the arts as some kind of educator, and I would also like to be involved as a practicing artist. So hopefully I can find a balance between the two of those things. You know, I understand very much that it's not easy to make a living off of arts full-time, but there are ways to do it if you can manage to balance that with different part-time things like teaching or studying. Yeah.
And what's your love and greatest passion and attraction to art?
I can't not do it. Like, I finished school the other day. It was my last day of art school, and you'd think I'd be tired of doing art, and all I wanted to do was paint more and draw more, and I had all these new ideas for my next project. So I would say that it's always there. I see everything in terms of how I can interpret it visually.
So what we're going to do is when we get back, Melissa's going to show us a couple of her works and give us more of a detailed look inside of her art. We are still at the Concordia Visual Arts Building. I'm here with artist, educator, Melissa Aytenfisu.
Yes.
So why don't you talk to us about your painting you have in front of us?
Okay, this is my most recent painting, and what it is actually, I'm letting you in on my secrets, but it's a mix between digital print and oil painting. So it was my first time doing this, and it's a pretty successful turnout for the first time. And the inspiration comes from an image in China. So I was living for 2 years in Macau, China, and this is a garden nearby where I lived. But what you don't see in the image is that it's actually surrounded by a lot of apartment buildings. So the idea is it's a space of contemplation, a place where you can go and get a little piece of nature and reflect. Now what I did is I cut out parts of the photo that I took, and I blew them up, and then I collaged them on using a matte medium. And then after that, I went at it with my paints, which is more what I'm used to, which is with the oil paints, and then I just mixed the colors. So this is a series that I did, and it's about 4 or 5 different images. It's about people taking public transportation, people taking the bus, mostly taking the bus. I've taken the bus in different places around the world, and I noticed some similarities. I observed how people interact and how they behave on the buses. And I find it's interesting because it brings people from different walks of life into close proximity. A lot of the images that I did were also focusing on elderly people and babies, because those are generally the ones that you see taking the bus. The bus represents a certain type of citizen, type of person coming from a certain socioeconomic background. I've been taking the bus forever, and I don't see that changing. This is a series that I did last year, and it talks about, well, the theme is, where are you from? So I'm mixed, half black, half white, and for all the mixed people out there, I'm sure you get called or asked, where are you from? Mixing is a theme that comes out in a lot of my work, whether I'm mixing landscapes, mixing people from different places that I've been. So in this series, I focused on self-portrait, and I changed photos of myself, just the cultural attire, but I tried to keep my expression the same in each one, and it was to show how oftentimes mixed people can pass for different ethnicities, and it's not a bad thing. So in the image, what I was trying to show is I wasn't judging or saying if it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's opening conversations for people to be able to talk about it. Talking always opens doors and I think solves problems, and it's, you know, the way the world is going, mixing is going to be happening more and more until it gets to a point where it's not even a question or an issue anymore.
Congratulations on all your work.
Thank you.
A lot of thought goes into it. Let people know your website, please.
Sure, it's Aytenfisuart.com, AYTENFISU art.com. So check it out if you have time.
All the best.